good morning. Happy Friday. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the channel. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to be looking at the collective energy for Friday, January 12th. We just had a new moon yesterday, so I hope it gave you a good opportunity to just think about what your goals are, what your plans are, set some of those intentions as we're working to bring in that happiness and fulfillment into our life. The energy's been a little bit wonky, not bad, not good, but just a little uncomfortable. I feel like that's a good word, especially as we are like walking away from the things that aren't serving us. There are some triggers coming up here and there that we have to overcome, and sometimes it does feel like a test, right? To make sure that you are on the right path, or that spirit is essentially preparing you for the goodness to come. It seems a little counterintuitive, right? But it's part of our evolution, it's part of our growth. So the places that we're having more challenges or feeling blocked, obstacles, etc., I'm going to clear out the energy. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that does not serve our highest and best. Help me to be a clear, open channel for these collective messages. Thank you. Father God, spirit guides, guardian angels, mama love. It's always the best kind of love, right? I love mama love. Well, I love being a mama. I should say that. And just, so much abundance comes out of that. The way we nurture, the way we feel supported. Even if we don't have a great relationship with our own mother, there's still ways to kind of find that nurture and support for ourselves. Sometimes we do have to do it by ourselves, right? Sometimes that is part of our growth, part of our evolution. Today is Friday, like I mentioned, so it's ruled by Venus energy. What's coming out? Let's see. Ooh. Optimism. Interesting. Ooh. Anger and trauma. So this really speaks to what I was just saying, the places that we do have to let go and release of the trauma, and it's a difficult process, especially if we are feeling angry, oppressed, if we were dealing with someone who was close to us, like a mother, or just someone that we connected with on a deep level. And like I talked about, we're trying to work those energies out to set the stage for 2024. It's an 8-year, so this is a lot of movement, activity. It's a great year to kind of find harmony and balance with what's going on for you. Today, Mars is harmoniously aspected to Jupiter, which gives us that push towards what we're working on. We really have to reflect on our anger, obviously, since we're getting this as a double message. So what are you angry about? Why are you angry about it? And what can you kind of uncover through that anger? Our emotions really point us in the direction of what needs healing, what needs some TLC, tender loving care. And if we just pretend it's not there, or we avoid it, or that's when the anger pops up. Because things come in to trigger us at times we're not even expecting. And there can be several things that happen in a row. I learned that the other day. Whoop, whoop. But again, it's this need to take care of ourselves. We got this card yesterday, worn out. So this weekend, 444 is on the clock. We're supported. 4 is the number of our angels, right? Support from our angels, spirit guides, crossed over loved ones. It's also our sustenance, our foundation and stability. And if we're exhausted, If we're exhausted, it's like having our battery at 6%. It's really hard to manifest or go after our goals from that place. And I'm feeling with this anger card, it's, to me, this is one of those things that we've been talking about that is leaving us connected to the past. You know, I wish I had like a perfect solution for how to like make it all go away. I don't, unfortunately, because it's like, it is a process. And I've definitely seen how something can really bother us, aggravate us, and then one day it just doesn't, because we've done the healing work, whether we're conscious of it or not. I love that saying by Buddha that anger is like holding on to a hot coal with the intention to throw it at someone else, but you yourself get burned. So we really have to weed out some of these resentful energies. Yeah, shadow work. I love that confirmation. It's great to be optimistic and positive about things, right? Like, I feel like when we are positive, when we're happy, that is when the flow opens up a little bit more, right? And the places that we're feeling more restricted, confined, the anger's coming up, that's, again, that confirmation that spirit really wants us to look at why is that happening? And what do you need to do for your own self, your own heart, mind, soul, in order to kind of heal that? Or take care of yourself is maybe even a better way to say it, right? I know I talk about healing a lot. That's really what evolution is. Healing is finding, regaining that balance within ourselves, aligning with who we are authentically. So beautiful and powerful. This Fountain card came out yesterday as well. It is our connection with spirit, with the divine. I feel like big things are happening for you. It's been underneath the surface, right? Like, we're plugging away, we're doing the work, we're trying to make things happen, trying to juggle, balance our life in general with all the things we have going on. But what is coming for you, this new cycle, this new evolution, beautiful. It's super powerful. We've been getting a lot of partnership energy as well with the Two of Cups. So this is new relationship coming in, and in a really positive, harmonious way. I love the Two of Cups energy because it's innocent, it's new beginnings, it's love. 2 so two is the number of partnership. And I feel like when we are moving into a new life or trying to manifest new things, we have to make rational decisions. It really is kind of just like a weighing out of the pros and the cons. And I'm saying this because the Two of Swords energy is saying basically, like, we have this opportunity, it's coming towards us, we're preparing for it, we're in the process. But there still is a little bit of blockage that's happening with past energies. And Spirit's saying sometimes we just have to make a choice to not go there. Whether it's we don't connect with the person for a while, we focus on ourselves. Yeah, especially with that Seven of Wands, all that we're navigating. Today is that dance of being able to navigate things in a more fluid way. You know, the Seven of Wands especially, it reminds me of like an obstacle course. I like those giant ones. I have no idea what it's called, but they're really funny where like they're difficult, they're challenging obstacle courses and people are like falling off the side into the water. I always find those pretty hilarious. I really do want to try one, I'm not gonna lie. They look very fun. So High Priestess, this again is tapping into our intuitive energy. So trusting our instincts. I think that we have to have more confidence and faith and trust in ourselves. And sometimes this anger pops up when we see something in one way and other people don't share that perspective. Because it's the frustration of not being heard, not being understood, not being valued. But Spirit's saying don't discount yourself. You know, it's especially with intuition, depending on how comfortable you feel with tapping into that, or, you know, if you meditate, whatever your spiritual practice is, it doesn't get enough credit. And intuition can be challenging, right? Because sometimes it does get trapped with our anxiety and our fears, and we have to figure out what is truth and what is illusion. Mercury is still square to Neptune, but the sun and moon have harmonious aspects to it today. So I think this, to me, reminds me of that alignment that I was talking about in the beginning. The more that we can feel confident, secure in who we are, what we're doing, what we're setting out to bring into our life, and not be afraid of that. Be confident, right? Confidence is that underlying energy. The easier it is that it's going to be to stand in our truth. So the devil, hello. The devil is in our blocked energy. So that kind of taps back to this shadow work card. What we're not seeing, what we're not uncovering. And this, again, it's also connected to this anger, where it's like, when we push things down, when we don't acknowledge, when we don't want to be honest about what things are. The devil, to me, I mean, here's the thing. I feel like it's twofold. I feel like there are people in our environment that have been challenging us, really bringing us down, whether it's through gossip, lies, or, you know, just like wishing ill will, or even just saying to your face, like, you can't do that. That's not, you know, that's not for you. That's too weird. Yeah, there we go with that Emperor energy. This is Aries. It's masculine energy. It doesn't have to be a male per se. It's just someone who's really in, I feel like, so the other side I was seeing is like, going back to what I was just saying, someone in our environment who is really kind of like pushing the boundaries. They're trying to see how much they can get you to react. They're trying to hold on to everything, have the control in their hands. They're hoping that you don't see whatever, you know, I'm not saying plotting and planning, hopefully it's not that bad for you. It does feel like this person doesn't have great motives, though, is what I'm picking up. Devil Emperor energy, it's just someone who's like just very low vibey. And I feel like this is something that you are walking away from, that they know. They're trying to keep you entrapped. They're trying to keep you looped in that cycle. Like I said, getting you to react, getting you to respond, because you're not giving them the same time and attention anymore. And I feel, even if you're not talking to them, there still is this energetic exchange happening. And essentially it ends up blocking in this new relationship, blocking this new relationship from coming in. Yeah, like, so you know what's up, right? Okay, Temperance. So this makes a lot of sense. You know what's up with this person. I don't think that you are naive to who and what they are or how they operate. I find like something that's really hard to stomach is when we have people that are close to us or we're connected with, and you know, they just end up choosing mean things. Right? They're trying to trigger you. They're trying to bring you down. And that's where this Temperance energy is really, really, really important for us today, because it is about rising above, overcoming what we're sensing and feeling, what people are projecting onto us in order to get us in alignment with what they want, right? It's about them. It's a selfish energy, this Emperor Devil. They're pissed because they know it's ending. They know it's coming to a close and they can't handle it. So they're going to find every which way to trigger you. Hopefully it won't be too intense, because we do have the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like this is that value of keeping the goodness in the forefront. Like I said, I came into an instance, I don't know, a couple days ago, where there were 3 different aspects of my life that were messy last year. And I interacted with those 3 different things in the matter of like 12 hours, and totally unexpected. It wasn't planned. It wasn't anything that I was expecting, etc. And it was that value of temperance. Like, I have to balance, ground myself, and not get triggered to respond to what's going on. And the way that we do that is by keeping 10 of Pentacles is abundance, it's wealth, it's success. It is what you're building for your life, your family, your home, etc. And those are the things that remind us of the practical values in life. If people are going to play with our emotions, manipulate, control the situation, you know, it's such a low vibey energy. It's actually very immature in a lot of ways, right? Because as adults, we can all have a conversation and talk about what's going on. But people that are insecure, that don't have a lot of confidence, they can easily mask it with anger, with control and manipulation, with trying to make you feel like you're less than, right? Like, it's not gonna, it is this level of wearing you out, so you don't have the energy to move forward. It's kind of like, so for some of you, this is gonna, whether it's happening in the physical or not, or it's just more, you can like, you're thinking about them all the time, you're feeling them, you're dreaming them, you can just like pick up their energy. That is exchange on the energetic plane. That is them projecting their energy, thinking of you, obsessing over you, wanting to wish ill will, etc. It's a tactic, right, to drain you so that you don't have the strength left to keep pushing forward, because this hasn't really closed out quite yet, this cycle. And this is what we are closing off. Unfortunately, the sun and the moon are square to our north node today. So that is the value of, like I was talking about, even though they're harmoniously aspected to Neptune, which is that intuitive energy, the north node is about pushing towards that healing, our life path, our dharma, so to speak, the way that our soul needs to grow and evolve through the challenges. And that is what doesn't feel comfortable. And I think this kind of comes back to just like human nature. Our brain is wired in the way to always seek more happiness and more fulfillment. And sometimes that does manifest in instant gratification, things that like don't make us happy for long term. And that's what we have to be careful about, because it's like, I keep hearing this thing like, don't go back, don't backtrack, you know, keep pushing forward. I feel like this emperor wants you to backtrack. They want you to slow down. Yes, so south node. So this is the opposite of the north node. Old karma. It's what we bring into this world. It's the lessons that we need to learn and what we're overcoming. And that is a pretty consistent theme in the collective energy of working through that old karma. I think sometimes when life is messy or hard, a lot of that is connected to our karma. When we can't really make sense of it, right? It's not like we did anything per se to have everything fall apart, but these are karmic debts that need to be paid. And when we pay them, when we do the work, when we overcome and rise above, that is where we find that happiness and fulfillment. It's not feeling good through the process. It's work, right? And I think that that's why it can be really unpopular to, you know, try to grow, try to evolve, be a better version of ourselves. We're constantly surrounded by distractions to get us off that path. When we tap into Uranian energy, I love the way this card describes it, change and new beginnings. We can have those new beginnings. We can have the change that we desire. Uranian energy is super innovative. It is creative. It is tapping into that limitless potential that is within us all. But we can't get distracted by the karma the stuff that we do have to work out, unfortunately. Because if we don't, then it's gonna come back around, you know? If we go back, if we entertain that person or situation again, that we know is just not a vibrational match to ourselves, that is where we loop ourselves back into that cycle of karma. So there's double confirmation on that Aries energy. Is this the combative? Thank you, Spirit. I love it. So this person, this Emperor, is just very combative. They're kind of ruthless is what I'm hearing. They definitely play out of the shadow side. If you believe in that spiritual world, I feel like this is someone who has lower attachments to them. Someone who, their vibration is just, it's very base, is what I'll say. Like, it's very primitive. It's someone, like I said, they're selfish, so they can't see outside of themselves. I'll take these two. Okay, nice. Ooh, Libra energy and the 11th house. So the 11th house is connected to Uranus and Aquarian energy, and that is about that innovation I was talking about, for sure, but it also has community, friends, you know, living out our ideals with it. And Libra is about balance and partnership. It rules the 7th house. So this to me is like, again, you know what you're dealing with. I think it's not an easy energy. I think what I'm hearing for you is, number one, it's like you don't want to believe that this person is this way, but they are. They're going to treat you the way that they treat other people, regardless of how close you've been. This is just who they are. It's this part of themselves that they have to work out, that they have to do the shadow work on. And obviously they're not doing it, you know, no shade to them. I do feel bad. Like, I don't know. It's sad when people choose things that are more painful, hurtful, aggressive versus, I don't know, just like finding a way to live in harmony. But maybe I live in a utopian bubble. It's a great one, though. I'll tell you that now. So I feel like, you know, Friday, it's the day of Venus. Really focus on yourself, like we were talking about in the beginning, giving yourself that love, that support, even if you find yourself getting super pissed off, or maybe this person is trying to trigger you, or maybe they're getting angry at you, right? This is all going to play out. And it feels like if you remain on your authentic path, like Spirit is really going to honor that. Thankfully, we're going into the weekend, so I hope you get some rest and reprieve. I hope you have Monday off. Happy Martin Luther King Day to everybody who's celebrating. Let's remember what a great reminder of what it means to live in harmony, who Martin Luther King was. I love that concept of peaceful protest. We need change. The world is a mess. It's a hot mess, right? So we need people that can rise above, that can claim, you know, the way to live in more harmony with one another. The world is diverse. It's beautiful because of its diversity. But when we have to compartmentalize, put people into boxes, control, manipulate situations, it makes it really hard to function in that harmony. So I hope that this message helped for you today. Definitely be gentle with whatever you're navigating through. Give yourself some extra love, care, like I said. Get some rest, take a power nap, you know, eat some good food. I know it's snowy here, so it's like a great time to hermit right now. If you're in that part of the world where it is winter time, I hope you just like really kind of enjoy and nurture what is yours, what you have built, the beauty that is coming in your life, the way that you are standing in your power, in your vibrancy, and not being afraid of that, right? Queen of Wands is an energy that is going to support us to be the best version of ourselves when it comes to not being afraid of who we are on an authentic level, letting that proverbial light shine. All right. Thank you so much for your time and energy always. I appreciate you. I hope this reading helped. Definitely leave comments below. I love to hear how it resonates for you. And yeah, I hope you have a fabulous Friday. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Lots of love. See you later.